Birds chirping around you is a beautiful realization that life is incredibly good. Let this sound be a gentle break in your routine. There are about 10,000 living species of birds. Birds are social, communicating with visual signals, calls, and songs. Someone has rightly said, wherever there are birds, there is hope. So guys, let's get into the world of hope and forget the rest of the world for next few minutes. Before we start, may I welcome you to isaykids, gateway to learning and fun. Subscribe now for an enriching experience. These tiny feathered friends can be seen darting around nectar feeders and flowers. Blue-tailed, shiny green body plumage, white spot behind the eye. Have you guessed which colorful feathered creature are we starting with? Well, it's called fiery-throated hummingbird. The name hummingbird comes from the humming noise their wings make as they beat so fast. Mostly 10 to 12 centimeter long, they weigh around 5.7 grams and are mostly found in Costa Rica and Panama. They are the smallest migrating birds. They don't migrate in flocks like other species, and they typically travel alone for up to 500 miles at a time. The most astonishing fact about them is that they can fly backwards. In fact, they are the only ones that can fly backwards. They live for up to 10 years. Also known as rainbow bird, golden finch is one of the most colorful birds. This beautiful bird is endemic to Australia. The golden finch can have 3 facial varieties that can be distinguished by color. While 70 to 80% of golden finches will have a black face, between 20 to 30% of the species has a red face. In extremely rare cases, a golden finch will be graced with a yellow face. Golden finches are extremely social birds. It's common to find golden finches joining in on mixed flocks. Would you be surprised if I tell you that these flocks can total up to 2,000 birds? You heard it right, up to 2,000 birds. Golden finches are grainivores, that is, they rely on grains and seeds to make up the majority of their diet. These beautiful birds have made a special appearance in the movie Batman Returns. The bird sharing screen time with the Catwoman is none other than golden finch. The golden finch is a subject of many poems and stories as well. The golden finch species is endangered, with an estimated national wild population of just 2,500 mature birds. Next is the very beautiful spangled cotingas. These gorgeous birds have brightly colored turquoise blue bodies, along with black wings and black tails. In addition, they have a large purple patch under their throat. They are found in the canopy of the Amazon rainforest in South America. The beauty of these birds draws bird watchers from around the world. The spangled cotinga is a social bird and is often seen living in pairs or with other birds. They are non-aggressive birds and passive birds. They are estimated to live for up to 18 years. The spangled cotinga performs a courtship ritual in which, if a male wants to attract a female, he removes twigs or leaves of a small area on the ground. This area is called a lek or lek coat. Multiple males might go to that area and perform calls, sing, dance by hopping, or perform short flights. Female watches multiple males performing whistling and chooses her mate. All cotingas, like the spangled cotinga, are cute little birds. They are adorable and harmless. They often live with other birds and have no problem interacting with humans. The crimson sunbird is a tiny sunbird which feeds largely on nectar. Typically found in the forests and plantations, it occurs naturally in tropical southeastern Asia from west central India to Indonesia and the Philippines. Their flight is fast and direct on their short wings. Though most species can take nectar by hovering like a hummingbird, it usually perches to feed. It has also been unofficially announced as Singapore's national bird by the Nature Society Singapore. European bee-eaters are among the most colorful of all the bee-eater birds. They can be identified by their slender form, bright yellow throat, rusty-colored crown, turquoise underparts, and yellowy backs. The sharp colors starkly contrast against the striking black beak and mask-like eye bands. The Palearctic migrants breed in southern Europe and parts of Asia. As the breeding season ends around the latter half of July, they begin their migration south, trading the harsh northern hemisphere winters for the warm, pleasant summers of southern Africa. As the weather starts cooling in the southern hemisphere around April, they make their way back to Europe before the next breeding season. As their name suggests, bees are the preferred dietary staple of these insectivores. But they also relish butterflies, dragonflies, flying ants, and even wasps. You're probably wondering how they avoid getting stung. After all, what animal eats bees? They happen to have a very interesting hunting approach. They swoop in from an elevated perch and catch their prey in flight. Then they fly back to the perch where they repeatedly thrash the insect against a branch or rub it against a twig until the sting is removed. They are also able to regurgitate indigestible parts as pellets. European bee-eaters are monogamous birds. Pairs remain together throughout their lifespan. They can live up to 6 years. European bee-eaters nest in burrows and hence are prone to parasites. Because of this, they need to preen, bath, and clean themselves often. They also take dust baths. Aside from adding a touch of color to our lives, these beautiful birds play an important role as ecosystem engineers, especially in arid regions. During their nest burrowing activities, they can remove up to 12 kilograms of soil. This bioturbation has a major effect on the ecosystem as it alters the environment for other species. Nutrients from the removed soil are made available for other organisms. Abundant burrows are often used by other species for nesting, roosting, and shelter. We've certainly come a long way in understanding of these attractive birds. Today, we understand their value and appreciate the role they play in nature, and we commend them as they make their way across the globe and continue their cycle of life. Dear bird lovers, we are coming back with a picture gallery of birds shortly. Stay tuned.